Hi, OJ. I hope you can keep me anonymous while I share my story of how I had sex with a dog in Dubai. It is a bit of a roller coaster, but I need to get this off my chest. A few years ago, I was just trying to make ends meet. I had finished my studies, but jobs were scarce. I was juggling part-time gigs in Johannesburg when I met a foreign guy. I won't mention where he comes from, but I was working at McDonald's while continuing my college education. At first, I didn't pay attention to him, but he often came in with beautiful women, which made me feel jealous while serving him. One time, he brought a friend and we hit it off. I was invited to a party in Santon and I met someone charming, well spoken, and respectful. Quite different from the local guys I usually date. We exchanged numbers, and soon he started calling me for coffee or lunch, making sure I always had my lunch money. He had a way of making me feel so special, like I was the only person in the room. Being with him, OJ, was a break from my financial stress. He spoiled me, paying for everything and showering me with gifts. It wasn't long before he started giving me money, more than I had ever seen in my life. At first, I hesitated, but he insisted that I deserved it. He would say things like, "Baby girl, with your beauty, you deserve all the money." Before I knew it, I was relying on him financially. When my mom got sick, I confided in him and asked for help. He picked us up, took us to a private doctor, and even covered the bills for my mom's 2 nights staying at the hospital. It was over $3,000, all paid in cash. I was astonished by his generosity. At that moment, I thought I had finally met a man who truly loved me, especially since he hadn't even been intimate with me yet. After my mom recovered, she advised me not to let him go, suggesting he genuinely cared for me. Whenever I asked him for money, instead of sending me a small amount, he would transfer large sums without warning, surprising me with bank notifications. My friends started to notice the change in me. Money has a way of changing your appearances, and I was glowing. They were happy for me, but little did they know what was really going on. OJ, I thought I had struck gold with this foreign guy, but it was just the beginning of something much darker. He took me shopping and encouraged me to buy whatever I wanted. When I checked the receipts later, I was shocked to see he had spent nearly $1,000 on me in just a couple of hours. I felt like I had missed out on something wonderful, thinking I should have pursued foreign guys earlier. Then it was my birthday, and he had once taken me to a car dealership, saying he wanted me to help choose a car for his brother's wife. I picked out a Mercedes Benz, and later, at that surprise birthday party, I found the same car parked in the driveway. I was ecstatic. That night, I decided I wanted to be intimate with him, thinking we would finally connect. But as we celebrated, OJ, I discovered he had been in contact with various other people, including men in Arab countries. Despite all the luxury and excitement, OJ, things began to shift. He started asking for favors, little things at first, and I didn't think much of it. It is at this point that I would ask that you subscribe to the channel, share a video or a comment, and click on the like button, as that is the only way you encourage me to bring you more stories and confessions. Please subscribe and make sure you stay till the end of the story. Let's go. Then he asked me to open a bank account in my name due to issues with his. I was naive and trusted him completely. Why would someone who cared for me want to harm me? Eventually, OJ, he started asking for larger favors, and I realized I was in too deep. I felt trapped, and my friend's warning about nothing free began to echo in my mind. One day, he said he needed to transfer a large sum of money back to his country, but required my account for verification. I hesitated, but agreed, thinking I could always walk away if things turned sour. That was when he surprised me with a trip to Dubai as a thank you for facilitating the transfer. However, upon arrival, the atmosphere changed. He revealed that an important wealthy man wanted something special from me. I was horrified, realizing I was being forced into a situation I never anticipated. When he told me the man wanted me to have sex with his dog, I felt the world crumble. I was frozen in fear, unable to comprehend what was happening. The realization that I was trapped in a foreign country with no way out hit me very hard. I spent the night in panic, knowing that everything he had given me could vanish in an instant. The next day, he acted as if everything was normal, but I was a shell of myself. Eventually, the moment came when I had to meet the said man. I was terrified, OJ, feeling like an object being handed over. The next moment, the dog was ushered in. I couldn't believe my eyes. I wanted to scream and run away, but I couldn't. I was trapped into a corner with no way out. The shame and horror consumed me, and I had to sleep with the dog, else they will kill me. When it was over, I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. I was broken. He booked a flight home, but left on a different date, vanishing back to his country without me. I returned to South Africa with only $6,000, forever marked by the traumatic experience of sleeping with a dog in Dubai. OJ, I realized too late that the life I thought was a dream was, in fact, a nightmare I couldn't escape. For a lot more confessions, click on this video as the nurse shares how she sacrifices newborn babies for money rituals.